Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome, welcome. My name is Georgia. So the scene between Martell and Marsau and Tisha is giving me, it ain't no fun if the homie can't have none. That's what I'm getting from Martell. Martell is pulling things out of the air. He's pulling things from back in college days to throw at them. I honestly don't believe Martell have anything that he can produce because Maurice said, if he did, he would have brought it out already. And to Kimmy's point, Martell does what he does, then he apologizes and he comes back. And why is Tisha in the mix? Why is Tisha getting caught up between what's going on between Martell and Marsau? So I didn't like that. And the fact that Destiny left when she did, girl, this is your event. Where you going? You didn't think Martell would go in so hard, did you? Like somebody said, he's been love bombing you a long time in order for you to be in his corner. And then he used the opportunity to come real hard at Marsau, and Marsau wasn't baiting. He wasn't taking the bait. Martell wanted a fight. Marsau was not giving it to him. Tisha was not giving it to him as well. And now he don't know what to do. He's upset because they all are in their own relationship still. And he is out here in the wind just spinning, and nowhere to land right now. So I think that's where Martell is at this point. He is upset that, his relationship has been destroyed. Yet all these people have their relationships going strong, even if they've been doing stuff outside of their marriage. He really thought Melody was supposed to stay with him based on what he told her. Like the older men said, she knows the game. She should know the game by now. And Melody said, no, girl, I'm out of here. Let me go get my bag and leave you with all of this. No stress for me. So Martell is upset. I think he really did want to sleep with Tisha at some point because you see, every time she come around, he got something to say about the way she dressed. Remember when they were getting ready for the event for the Black Expo event, and they were looking at the space, and she had on a denim outfit. He had something to say about that. When he walked up to this event, he's like, I was wondering who's that in all that pink. He had something to say about that. He's been flirting with Tisha a lot. Tisha was not taking the bait. So Martell is, in my opinion, upset. So I didn't write any notes for this review. Season 9, episode 6, titled These Lips Don't Lie. I didn't write any notes, so as I remember from what I watched, we would talk about it. So Melody says that, she is making the rounds. She is touching base with everybody. She wants their feedback from the trip. So she already met with Kimmy when they had the workout session. And now she's meeting with Tisha at lunch or dinner. She's buying Tisha lunch or dinner. But when they met up, Melody didn't even talk about the trip. Melody went in about Maurice's DUI, and I understand why she touched on it because, like she said, she lost her grandma to a drunk driver. But she was going in on Tisha, talking about they have a code, they have a pact where they say they're not going to talk about it. So she thinks that that's what Tisha is actually doing right now. She is holding strong to the group, making sure she doesn't talk about it. And then she's talking about the lipstick. Apparently a lipstick allegedly, like they say, on Maurice's lower lip. And Tisha was like, girl, that's just pink lips. That's pink lips. That's not lipstick. Melody was like, girl, you something else. Tisha was like, you know what? As a matter of fact, pack my stuff to go. I'm out of here. Thank you for lunch. Thank you for mine and Marsau's lunch. I'm out of here. So, and she gave her a hug. I think that was nice. I don't think they've had a cordial conversation like that in a very long time. So it was good to see Tisha give Melody a hug, and then she was on her way. So we leave that there, and then we go see Marsau. Marsau is at his concept home, as Chris Fletcher called it. He's in a neighborhood where he's building a different type of house. It's not uniform to the neighborhood as it is, but I'm sure he had to get permits to build the way he's building, because You know, they have code violations and stuff like that. I'm sure he's within that, because nobody want to pay those fines if you're not adhering to policies, the city ordinances and stuff like that. So we have Chris Fletcher going over. He said he's opening another office. He's hired some agents, which is nice. He's expanding his business. So he's opening another office where he won't be running around so much. So he's in the neighborhood. So he's looking at Marsau's new build, and he's letting him know, like, you know, in a roundabout way, that could be your agent. If you need me to help you sell some of these houses that you're building, I'm right here. So they're going to have a relationship, I think, going forward. So Chris complimented him on the look of it. It's not ready yet. I guess the layout, he's seeing the vision, as they say, seeing the vision. So he's like, look at these big windows. I like your wide staircases and stuff like that. And then Chris talks to him. He's like, so, you know, how you feeling after you left the field day? Like, you know, some stuff went down. And Marsau's like, well, you can understand, you know, because Martell has come to you and called your wife a side chick and demeaned her in more ways than one. And Chris was like, yeah, and I've told him don't do that stuff. And Marsau like, so it's similar to that. You know, he wanted to get a rise out of me, and when he see that I wasn't, he kept going harder and harder. So Chris was like, so what about your friendship? He's like, that's done. He's like, we would never go back there. We are not friends, and it's never gonna happen. Chris was like, so what about if he come into the black cigar lounge? She's like, shit, he's welcome. Come spend your money. You know, money is one color. All we see is green. I'll take your money, but I don't have to be friends with you. So that's where they left it. So they spoke about doing business in the future, and we left it at that. Now, we have Mel meeting up with Trish. Hey, I think Mel had Trish back to the corner somewhat. Oh my God, that was the look she gave her, like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up. If I was still married to that man and you mess with him while I was married to him, I would have taken you out right here. But Mel had her in the corner. She's like, so what house did you go to? Like, did you go? She's like, yeah, I did. So what house did you go to? And she tried to this. Of course, she's not gonna know. Mel was trying to figure out if she went to both homes. I think Mel was trying to figure it out. But she realized she only went to the old house that they had that they sold, and by then Mel was gone. And Mel's like, you know, you knew that information was gonna come out before you came. You took my invitation on a trip. Why did you accept the invitation and still come? And then Mel asked her, why did you leave without saying anything? And Trish was like, well, there was a lot going on there, and I just had to leave abruptly. Mel was like, you made it awkward. You didn't have to leave. The fact that you left made it awkward. And then she went back and forth regarding the house. He's like, which driveway? What does the driveway look like? What color was the house and stuff like that. And Mel was like, okay. So that had to have happened between March and May or something, or because by that time I was already gone. So by then, my mind was made up that I was done with him, so he could do whatever he wanted to do with anybody, because he's been doing it anyway all these years, so she really didn't give a damn. But I don't think Mel is going to want Trisha around her anymore. Like I said before, I think this is going to be one season Trish. I don't think we're going to see Trish again after this season. So that was it with Melody and Trisha. But then again, I think that was the last scene of the episode. Let me see what else happened. Oh yeah, Martell had a scene with Destiny where they met up for drinks or dinner or whatever. And Destiny was like, yo, dude, you went in too hard. Why did you have to go in on Trisha like that? And basically Martell was like, well, she's collateral damage. I needed to come out and say what I had to say, because I think Marsau is getting away with a lot, and you know that should not be the case. He's like, Destiny was like, I think you need to apologize to Tisha. And I think Martell was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Martell is upset that he didn't get to smash Tisha when she was in college, because apparently to what he's saying, that she was a pass around, and that she married Marsau, and Marsau was at the bottom of the barrel. Martell is mean. Martell said to Marsau, you were uglier, you were fatter. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, she saved you. Martell was looking to get a rise out of Marsau. He didn't care what he had to say to make it happen. But he was trying to get a rise out of that man. And Marsau have restraints. I don't know if he's going to come back at him later on. But he really held himself together. And I thought he should have defended Tisha. I mean, Marsau is coming at him in front of everybody like that. In front of the friend group and the new guy, Lance. I know Lance was like, these people must be out of their damn mind. This is how they be getting down when they get together. So he went hard. And I really think that Marsau should have said something to Marsau and get him up off of Tisha. He let Tisha sit there and take all the blows from Martell. Even Kimmy had to step in. I'm like, enough is enough. Destiny had to say enough is enough. None of the men actually said, no, stop it. They all stayed quiet. Even Miss Nell stayed quiet. And she's supposed to be their mentor. You're supposed to tell him, yo, that's enough. Don't say that. Oh my God. But I think the reason they stayed quiet was they probably have some skeletons in their closet that they don't want mentioned. And when you look at Marsau wasn't holding back, and they were worried that their stuff would come out. So I think that's the reason they stayed quiet. But yeah, this episode was something else. Like I told you in the last review, in episode 5, they're really going gutter with it. At least Martell is. Martell is trying to go in the gutter, but the rest of them aren't responding. So he can't drag none of them in the gutter with him. He's going to come back at Marsau, in my opinion. He's going to come either at Marsau, at Chris, or at Maurice. Because right now, he don't have no friends in them. They're just acquaintances at this point. He's lost his friendship, and I think he's the one who brought them on the show. And it should get pretty interesting going forward. But it's a breakdown of the relationship that I'm seeing. So first, we see the breakdown of his and Melody's relationship, which husband and wife. And now the friend group, the relationship is breaking down. And I don't think Marsau wants the narrative of him and Trish to keep running. I think he wants that to be over. So I don't think he's giving it any life. But I don't know where we are at this point. I don't see how they're going to come back together. What is the next event? I'm not sure they have one lined up, but Melody have to be in the middle to try and keep everybody coming together, because at this point it seems like they're all heading off in different. Look like if Martell is involved in anything, nobody wants to be around. So I'm sure they will probably having a hard time filming, because if he's in there, then it's gonna be a problem. They don't know, he's a wild card. They don't know what he's gonna say, what's gonna come out of his mouth. So that's where they are with it. So yeah, guys, so that's what I got from watching it. The main thing I see is Martell is upset with Marsau, and he's using Marsau's wife to get at him by being nasty to her and throwing her under the bus. All them people that's sitting there at the park didn't know all of that about Tisha. Why he needed to put that out there. And then he talking about he watched while she did it, while she smashed one of his homies. And he said he didn't smash her because Marsau asked him not to. Because I guess Marsau already knew that he was going to marry her in college. And it wouldn't be right for that to happen. But it seems like Tisha was the pass around in college. That's not nice at all. And for that to come out years later when she have kids and one of her kids is heading off to college soon. Oh my gosh. Martell, that wasn't nice at all. And then Marsau allowed this man to continue talking about his wife like that. Marsau don't respect Tisha if he let that happen. He sat there and didn't do anything. Wow, I would have punched the shit out of Martell. Talk about my wife like that in front of a crowd. Yeah, the bro code is there. You're supposed to keep things secret. You're supposed to bring it out in front of a crowd. And like Destiny said, he should not have spoken about that in front of the women like that. That was not cool at all. Anyway, guys, like I said, that's what I got from this episode. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 9, Episode 6, titled These Lips Don't Lie. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in more reality TV reviews, entertainment news, entertainment gossip, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check out all the links in the description. Share this video if you wish. Leave an opinion. Leave a comment in the comment section. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.